Can't focus on me. Baby, can you focus?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl JJ and I'm back with another video. So y'all, I'm coming at y'all with another story time, but before we get into the story time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all so much. I have to tell y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all made my birthday so special. Thank you for all their birthday wishes. I've seen all the birthday wishes. Y'all made my birthday special. But y'all, so we gonna jump right in. Oh, and for excuse my voice, y'all. I'm just now getting over a cold. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna jump right into this video. I don't know what I'm gonna title it, but it's gonna be a story time on how, this is long, how my best friend's friend smashed the boy that I was talking to, but eventually he was my boyfriend. So I don't know what y'all want to call him. Anyways, so y'all, this story takes place, this was like a couple years ago. And at the time I had this best friend, and we're just gonna name her Michelle. So y'all, me and Michelle actually had met at a job that we were working at. We both were co-workers, and like the first day Michelle was around, she didn't like pretty much say anything, but like she would just like smile, and you know, we would see her and stuff. So then one day I'm in the bathroom, she comes in the bathroom, and she was just like, girl, your outfit is so cute, I love your hair. Like she was just complimenting me, and usually that's a red flag for me. I don't like girls that just be like, yeah girl, woo, woo, woo. Like I don't know why, y'all, but it just be a red flag. It depends on how I'm feeling, like for real, because sometimes it just be like fake. And although it was just like I didn't really think none of it, I was just like, oh okay, like oh thank you girl, you know, like it was just like that. So then I was talking to my sister, and she was just like, have you met the new girl? And I'm like, yeah, the new girl came up to me in the bathroom, and she was just saying how she liked my outfit and my hair and stuff like that, and I was pretty. She's like, oh, girl, she said the same thing to me. And I'm like, I knew it sounded, I swear, y'all, it sounded like she was reading off of a script. I promise. I'm not even being funny. So, yeah, that was just that. So, my area where we were at, they actually set her in front of me. So, our cubicle was like, she wasn't in the same one as me, but she was in the one over. So, yeah, of course, my group of friends that was in that same area, we all started being cool with the girl, Michelle. We all just started hanging out with her. So it was me, my sister, and all our little friends, and we would just like hang out with her. And she was really, really cool, y'all. Like, she was so cool. She did kind of lie a little bit, but everybody be lying, so I wasn't really tripping. So me and her actually started getting really, really close. And we would like talk and stuff. We was text, and she was cool, y'all. She was really cool. She just kept saying like, oh, we live super close to each other, we can hang out, blah 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 blah, like we should just, you know, like chill. So one day she was giving me a ride home from work. I don't know why she was giving me a ride home from work. Like I can't even think. I think Mac probably had my car. So after I had gotten into like a little mini accident, Mac was like driving me back and forth to work because I was scared to drive. So yeah, I guess it was a time where she was just like, girl, I'll give you a ride, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Let me call my boyfriend and let him know that you're going to give me a ride. Because we didn't live too far from each other. We probably was like a good, I want to say 10, 15 minutes away from each other. So on the car ride, we just like talking, and she just like telling me like, yeah, I'm a lesbian. And she's like telling me about herself. Although I knew a little bit about her, I didn't know like deep details about her. And so we're just like talking, we're vibing, like we really just like having a cool little time. So she was just like, you want to go get something to eat? And I told her, yeah, I want something to eat. Like, girl, yes. So we go to Subway, and we get to Subway, and she's ordering her food, and then I order my food, and then I'm like, okay, girl, I'll pay for this. Like, you giving me a ride home, I'll pay for it. She's just like, no, you're not going to pay for it. I'm going to pay for it. Like, y'all, we really like going back and forth with our card to the lady at Subway. And the lady is looking at us like, if one of y'all don't give me your card. So we literally like this, like, no, take my card, take my card, take my card. So she was just like telling the lady, please, just take my card, please. And I'm just like, this girl is extra. But I'm just like, okay, girl, okay, like, go ahead, pay for it. It's okay. So me and Michelle, I promise y'all, we really had a really close relationship. So the job finally ended. Although Michelle would just be like, oh yeah, we're gonna hang out, we're so close. Like, just because the job is ended don't mean like we can't still be friends and hang out. So I'm like, okay, girl, like hit me up. Don't even try. I work nights. Like, girl, I got all the time in the world. Don't even trip. But yeah, hit me up, like for sure. And we would talk, but we wouldn't talk as much. And I didn't care. Like, I really, you know, I know how it is. It's just like high school. Y'all be cool. Then, you know, sometimes you just go your separate ways. So that's kind of like how it was with me and Michelle. So one day, I'm skipping so much, y'all. So I'm skipping so much in between. But one day, I want to say like 2 years, like a year and a half after we ended our job. Mind you, we would talk every now and then, just like not all the time though. So she hits me up and she's just like, girl, oh my God, like I'm pregnant. And I'm like, you pregnant? She was like, yeah. And I'm like, congratulations. Like, oh my God. So we're just like talking about it. And she was just like, yeah, I have an appointment coming up. And she was just like, I might mess around and just make you the godmom. And I didn't look at that as a red flag, but then I kind of did, because it was just like, although you've only known me for about like 2 years, 2.5 years, you got more friends. Like, you have friends that you're super close with that I be seeing that you're posting and stuff. Like, you have more friends, so it's like, why make me your godparent for your child? And I was just like, okay, whatever. Because y'all, I love babies. Like, I love babies, so I wouldn't have mind being a godmom. Like, I was actually honored to be this baby's godmom. So she was just like, yeah, I have an appointment coming up. It's gonna be like next week. Do you want to come with me? And I'm just like, yeah, girl, I want to come. Like, of course I want to come. So even though we didn't make it official that I was the godmom officially, she just kind of like threw that out there, and that was that. So then we go to the appointment, y'all. She picks me up, we go, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, you really pregnant? Like, girl, this is really real. So then I think we went, her doctor was like on Melrose or something. So we go to the doctor, we go in there, you know, she's really pregnant. They're doing a little sonogram and it's the little baby in there. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, I'm just so happy for her. Like, I'm completely just happy for her. Mind you, I know I told y'all that she was a lesbian, but I guess she stopped being a lesbian. I don't know, y'all. It was just a lot, okay? I guess within that time frame, she was like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I'm going to the other side. So yeah, because it was a shock to me too, y'all. It was a shock to me too. So I'm just like, oh my God. So then after that, I'm just like, let's go get some food. Like, let's get some sushi. And she was like, oh yeah, I want some sushi. Yeah. But no, we was eating cooked sushi. I told her it was going to be cooked sushi. It's baked salmon roll. It ain't no raw sushi. It's cooked. So we go there and we're just like talking and stuff. And we're really just like having like this deep conversation. I'm just like, girl, you're going to be so happy. Like, babies bring so many blessings. Like, don't look at it as, you know, you just bringing a baby into this world and your life is over. I'm like, no, don't look at it like that. Look at it as, this is about to be a blessing. This baby's gonna bring so much joy to your life. So fast forward, she ended up making me the baby's godmom. So I was the baby's godmom, and I was super, super happy, y'all. Like, I was so proud to be this baby's godmom. So she ended up having a baby. I didn't get to meet the baby until probably, I want to say, till the baby was about, I want to say 3 or 4 months. I don't know. But at this time, I had my little bucket, y'all. And my bucket would cut off on me. So I knew good and well I couldn't make it an hour away to where she lived. So I didn't really get to meet the baby just yet. So it was a situation coming up for my nephew's birthday. So something told me, get a rent-a-car. Because I just felt like if I got a rent-a-car, then it'd just be easier for me to get around. And possibly I can go meet my godbaby. So my nephew's birthday come up. After the situation happened with Toxic Man, I was pretty much done with him, but we still would kind of like talk. So Michelle, she ended up telling me like, I really want you to talk to somebody. Like, if somebody, you know, y'all don't have to be in a relationship or anything, but I just really want you to meet him and like talk to him. So I'm like, who is it? So one day we on FaceTime and she flips the camera and she puts the camera on and we're going to call him Ahmad. So she flips the camera on her baby daddy and his friends. So I'm looking at the friends and I'm like, that one's cute. The Ahmad character, he's cute. Like, he was the cutest one out of the bunch. Wasn't really a good lineup, but he was the cutest one. So she was like, girl, look at his Instagram. So I go look at his Instagram and I'm like, oh, okay. It's a few things about him that I really don't like, but I'm just like, he's still cute. Like, you know, like he seemed like he's cool. He seemed like he's just a father, you know, taking care of his kids, a single father, you know, and he didn't seem like he was a gang member or, you know, like any type of thug. Like, he just seemed like he was just, you know, I don't want to say a square, but a square. So yeah, y'all, I was actually talking to him and we were probably talking for like a good month. And it was just like, we would talk every single day, but we were just friends, you know, like, although we talked about like a relationship, I wanted to take things slow. I feel like every time I meet somebody, I'm jumping into a relationship after knowing them a day, a week, 2 weeks. Like, I didn't want to do that anymore. I'm like, I actually want to take my time with this man and actually get to know him to see if this is somebody that I would even want to date. So that's who I was talking to, y'all. I was talking to Ahmad every single day. Toxic man, he would hit me up, but it was whatever. Michelle's birthday was coming up, right? And her baby daddy and me, we got together and we basically was just like, let's throw her a surprise party. Mind you, Michelle was a hard person to try to do anything sneaky behind her back, because I swear she'd just be like, what's going on? What y'all doing? And so it was so hard to actually like put this plan together. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, this gonna be fun. Like, it was more so my idea. I'm not gonna lie. It was more so my idea. So he was down for it. So he was just like, okay, I'll go through her phone and I'll get people out of her phone that she deal with, and you know, I'll invite them and tell them it's gonna be a surprise party. So y'all, I'm super excited, like so excited. And after, like, I'm leaving out so much, y'all. I'm leaving out so much. But anyways, me and Ahmad, we ended up being cool. I would come to his house. We would drink. We would have fun. We weren't in a relationship and we weren't doing anything sexually, but we were like really, really good, like really close. And, you know, we were really still getting to know each other, and we liked being around each other. So her birthday coming up. I'm just like, I'll make all the treats. I'll get the decorations. Like, I'll do all that. All you have to do is invite people. Y'all, I'm that friend. Like, I am literally that friend. Like, I take everything just so, like, when you're my friend, you're my friend. I love you. I'm going to just bend over backwards for you because I love you that much. So I had to work because her birthday landed on a Saturday. Yeah, her birthday landed on a Saturday, and I had to work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I used to work overnights in LA. And this is when I still stayed in LA too. So I was going to have to drive an hour away to go set up everything fresh off of work. So I'm like, okay, I'll make some, I end up making like some peach cobbler cupcakes, some Oreo cupcakes. I made, what did I make? Some chocolate covered Rice Krispies. I'm going to insert a video or a picture because I do still have that somewhere in my phone of the decorations. And at this time, y'all, she was obsessed with pineapple. So I'm like, went on Amazon, I ordered her some pineapple decorations. Like, I made sure I got everything like pineapple themed for her, because this was gonna be her birthday, and this was my best friend. This was also the mother of my god baby. So I didn't play like at all. Like, this was really my friend, and I really consider her like a sister, like literally a sister. So Friday comes, I got everything, I packed it all up, so that way when I go to work on, you know, Friday night, Saturday morning, as soon as I get off work, I'm driving an hour away to go set up. And at this time, Ahmad, he was like, okay, cool, you can do everything at my house, I'm not tripping. I had already been to his house a lot of times, and, you know, it was no problem. So I get up, call Ahmad. I'm like, I'm fresh off work, I'm on my way. We're just like talking the whole time. I get there, I get straight to work, y'all. I'm baking, and when I bake everything from scratch. But yeah, so I'm getting everything together, y'all. I'm literally just in the kitchen just whipping it up, okay? I'm getting stuff started. Ahmad's kids, they come and they helping me, and I'm just like, oh, like oh my god, I adore them kids. So yeah, y'all, I'm getting everything ready. Some hours go by because, of course, I'm in there getting everything together. Michelle's baby daddy ended up, and I'm not going to give him no name, so we're just going to call him Michelle's baby daddy. So Michelle's baby daddy and Ahmad were actually really, really close friends. That's the whole, so Ahmad was the goddaddy to the baby. Yeah. So yeah, so me and Ahmad, that's what made it even more cute and more special, because he was the guy daddy, I was the guy mama. I thought that was so cute. So yeah, so they were actually really, really close friends. So they had actually took her, and her family had came down too, because her family knew about it too. So they ended up taking her to, like, I think like to the lake or something to kind of like get her away for some hours. So I'm just still in the kitchen just cooking it up. You know, it's getting time to where we got to start taking this stuff there, and I got to start setting up the decorations. Still at Ahmad's house. So Ahmad called me. He was just like, oh, we're walking over there right now. What's ready? We can start taking it up over there and start decorating. So I'm like, okay, cool. They all lived in the same apartment complex. So they were like literally across from each other. So when they came to help me, I'm walking outside with them to take some of the stuff back to Michelle's house. So I get outside and it's a girl standing there. And we're going to name her, I want to name her Ho, but we're just going to name her, we're going to name her Glitter. That's just what we gonna name her. She don't need no real name. So yeah, So I get outside, and when I get there, I see her, and I'm like thinking to myself, who is this hoe? Like, who is this? Like, I don't know why, y'all, but she gave me a bad vibe. Like, I don't know. I think it's because she had them beauty supply earrings on that say boss. And I'm not trying to offend nobody that wear them earrings that say boss, but to me, I don't know. It just gave, she was weird. I don't know, y'all. I was just thrown off by that. But she was really pretty. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. She wasn't ugly. She was pretty. So I'm like, looking at her like, girl, who's you? So Michelle's baby daddy ended up telling me like, oh, this is Michelle's friend, and da 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 da. She came for the party. So I'm just like, oh, hi, you know, and I just kept it like that. Like, you know, it was just like hi. Because y'all, I don't like being friendly with girls that I just meet. I just can't, because it's always something, like always something. So we end up walking around going to Michelle's house. So we get in there. I'm starting, y'all. I got the cupcakes on the counter, all the treats on the counter. I'm putting up decorations. Like, I'm on a wall, like trying to put stuff up there. They ended up, Michelle's baby daddy and Ahmad, they ended up leaving. So it was just me, Glitter, and Ahmad's 3 kids, because they ended up coming over there with me. So I'm putting stuff together, and she's like trying to make small talk, but I'm not really like talking to her. I'm just like, you know, like, oh yeah, that's crazy. You know, like, I'm not really talking to her. So she was just like, you need help with the decorations? So I was looking at her, and I'm just like, at first I was gonna tell her no, because y'all, when I'm in my mode and I'm setting up, I don't want no help from nobody. Like, let me just get this done. So I ended up just telling her like, yeah, you can help me. So she's like helping me putting the decorations up, and she's just like making small talk. And you know, his kids, they pretty much talking to me, and yeah. So it's getting time for the surprise to get, you know, together, y'all. We decorated everything. I put everything how I wanted it. Everything was just like perfect. So then they called me. They just like, we're coming back to the house. Everybody's about to start coming. So then people start coming, and his parents was there. Her parents was there. Well, her mom, her sisters, you know, all her people was there. So we're like quiet in the kitchen, like waiting for her to come in, y'all. Like, we're super, super quiet. So then she walks in, and when she walked in, we like, surprise! Like, y'all, it was so cute. I was so happy for her, because she was just like, and mind you, before that, I had just did her hair. I had some bundles. I had just sewed her in a weave, hooked her up for her birthday, y'all. I had just did that. So yeah, she walked in. She was so shocked, because she really didn't expect it. So she's super happy, and she's like hugging people, and she's like, oh my God, like, I didn't know that y'all was doing this. Like, y'all, she was super excited. And we're just chilling, y'all. We're just literally just chilling. So we ended up going back to the house, and I ended up just like getting myself all the way together, because I wasn't all the way together. And Ahmad came too, and his kids came too. So everything is going planned, y'all. Everything is going as planned. Mind you, Glitter was like talking to me, but like, she was too, how do you explain it? Y'all know how y'all meet somebody and they just too forward, too pushy. Like, they just want to keep talking to you, even though you're like not giving them the cold shoulder, but you're barely responding. So it's just like, stop trying to force a relationship type. Like, that's how I kind of felt like it was. So we go back, we get ourselves together, we end up going back to her house. So, you know, the party is going, y'all. People drinking and stuff. And me and Ahmad, we just like hugged up. Like, we're literally hugged up. Like, he's holding me from the back. We're holding each other. Like, I'm literally just like holding him. And they're trying to convince me not to go to work. Because I end up telling them like, yeah, y'all, I can't drink. I got to go to work later on tonight. Like, I can't drink. So they're like, no, don't go to work. Mind you, the main person in my face telling me not to go to work was Glitter. She was the main person in my face. Like, y'all, I'm going to just give y'all how it was. So I'm standing here, Ahmad's standing here, I'm wrapped around Ahmad. Ahmad got his arms around me, and I'm just like hugging him. Glitter is like right here in my face, like, girl, don't go to work. You gotta stay here. Like, no, don't go, stay, don't leave. Mind you, I'm just like, girl, no, like, my bosses be tripping. I can't tell them last minute that I can't come, because then I'm gonna be arguing with them, and I ain't trying to be arguing with them. And I don't want them playing with my hours either. So, you know, she just like, oh man, that's messed up. Like, it's not gonna be fun without you, like, da-da-da, all in my face. So, you know, everybody's eating the treats. They just like, oh my God, these cupcakes are good. These treats are good. They like, you made these? I'm like, yeah, from scratch. So everybody just like, oh, these are good. You know, they're drinking, party, listening to music. The kids is running around. They in the back room. Like, everybody's just like vibing and having a good time, y'all. So of course, you know, a couple hours in, I had to get ready to go to work. My job was an hour and some change away, so it's like I had to leave a little bit earlier than I wanted to. Like, I really wanted to stay, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I wanted to stay so bad. And I was really debating, like, dang, should I call off? But I'm like, nah, don't even play. You know they're gonna play with your hours, so just go to work. So while we were talking, everybody was just like, okay, well, since you're not gonna be able to stay the whole night tomorrow, we're gonna do a part 2. We're gonna do like a brunch. We're gonna drink. We're gonna party. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do a part 2. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward to this part 2. So I get in the car, you know, drive. I'm talking to Ahmad on the phone, and of course I'm talking to Michelle too, because they all together. So we just like talking and stuff, and they having fun, y'all. And I was actually really sad, because I'm just like, dang, I should have called off. Like, I really should have called off. So I get to work. I'm just chilling for a few hours. Ahmad ended up calling me. And he ended up calling me. He was just like, I miss you. And blah, 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 blah. So then he ended up putting Michelle on the phone. So, and then he had it on speaker. So Michelle gets on the phone, and she just like, girl, I love you so much. Like, thank you for all the decorations and the trees. Like, oh my God. Like, I love you so much. She was just like, girl, but I'm about to send you a video real quick. Like, look at these foods. She was like, we all just so drunk. Like, we're drunk, and we're about to like go drive our cars. Because at this time, Michelle's baby daddy had just bought like an old school Corvette. And somebody else had another car, but I can't think of what kind of car it was. So she was just like, yeah, me and my baby daddy in the car. She was like, but I'm about to send you this video. So she ended up sending me a video. And Ahmad and her baby daddy was so drunk, like so drunk. And they was eating my cupcakes. And they like, oh, these cupcakes are so good. Like, y'all, they really was hyping. It was so funny though, because they so faded, eyes closed and stuff, but just really tearing them cupcakes up. So she was just like, yeah, we about to like ride in the cars and whatnot. So then Glitter get on the phone, and Glitter just like, girl, I'm so mad you didn't get to stay. Like, oh my God, like you really remind me, like you remind me of myself. Like, you really like my big homie. Like, I'm a little you my big homie. So I'm on the phone just like looking like, okay, like, girl, what? Because they end up FaceTiming me. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So she was like, take my number down. Like, you live in LA, I live in LA. We got to hang out. Like, take my number down. So I'm like, okay. So Michelle was just like, I'm going to just text you her number. So I'm like, okay, cool. So Michelle texts me her number. Like, right there in that moment, she texts me her number. So then I end up texting her, and I was just like, this Jay locked me in. So she was like, okay, big homie. So Michelle ended up giving the phone back to Ahmad. And so Michelle and her baby daddy ended up, I guess they were in the car. And then in the other car, it was Ahmad, Glitter, and another one of their friends. He don't need no name. So the one that was going to be driving was the one that doesn't need a name. So I'm not thinking nothing weird, y'all. Like, I'm not thinking anything. I promise I'm not. I'm just like, okay. You know, like, it's 3 of them in the car, 2 of them in the car. Like, why Glitter didn't ride in the car with them? But I'm just like, whatever. So me and Ahmad end up getting off the phone. He was just like, okay, I'm going to call you when I get in the house. I'm like, all right. He was like, we just going to go for a spin in the car, then I'll call you. So I'm like, okay. So I want to say a good hour or 2 goes by. And Ahmad ended up calling me, and he FaceTiming me, but he's so drunk. Like, y'all, he's faded down to where Michelle's baby daddy is literally helping him. And then it's crazy because the years that I've known him, I've never seen him that drunk ever in my life. So he's like helping him in the house, and he just like, Mish, he's so drunk right now. Ahmad is so drunk right now. And I'm just like, yeah, I see. So he just like talking to me with his eyes closed, and he just like, yeah, I miss you. And he's just like talking to me. So Michelle's baby daddy was just like, okay, I'm gonna help him get into bed. Mind you, his kids was there. His kids was in the house, but they were younger, so they probably was like running around or probably sleeping at this time. It was pretty late. So he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna help him get into bed. He is gone. Like, he is faded down. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was just like, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Just call me when you're on your way and all of that. So he was just like, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. So I'm like, okay. So I didn't think nothing of it, y'all. I promise I didn't think a thing of it. I swear. So then the next day come, I'm hyped. Because I'm just like, it's part 2. I'm bringing a bottle, y'all. Y'all know I got the hen dog. So I got me a bottle of Hennessy. I'm just like, y'all, I'm on my way. So I'm talking to Ahmad, and the conversation is normal. He just telling me how drunk he was. He was like, I was so drunk last night, blah, 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 blah. I didn't really talk to Michelle yet. I didn't talk to her yet. So I get there. And when I get there, y'all, the vibes are off. Like, I promise you, the vibes were totally off, but I didn't think nothing of it. Michelle didn't want to come out her room. And when she came out her room, she was just like, oh, hey, girl, like, I don't feel good. I got a hangover. I'm going to just go lay back down. And I was at her house. So I was just like, that's kind of weird, but okay. So Ahmad, he was just like, oh, can I borrow y'all vacuum? I got to go do some cleaning at my house. So then he ended up leaving. And of course, Michelle, baby daddy, he ended up going in the room with her. So it was just me and Glitter. And I had Ahmad's youngest daughter with me. She was playing on my phone. So she's sitting on my lap playing on my phone. And I'm just like talking to Glitter. And I'm just like, yeah, girl, like y'all have fun. Like we're just literally face to face having a deep conversation. Like she's talking about stuff, talking about her relationships and niggas that she messed with. And I'm just like telling her about, I ended up telling her about Toxic Man. Cause she asked me, she was just like, why you and, you know, like her daddy, like why y'all don't talk? And she's talking about Ahmad's youngest daughter because she's sitting on my lap. And I'm just like, we do, you know, like we're not in a relationship. I'm like, but we kind of like working towards one. I just want to actually get to know him before we even get to that point. I'm like, but he's cool though. Like he's really cool. And then I end up telling her about Toxic Man. I'm like, I just got out of some real crazy toxic stuff. So I'm just kind of like trying to chill, right? Mind you, red flag. I shouldn't have been telling my business. Soon as she asked why me and her daddy not talking, I should have known, like, girl, why you asking me this? But y'all, I'm a girl's girl. So I'm not even thinking nothing of it, like how thirsty she was on me. I'm not thinking nothing of it, but it should have been a red flag from what Floozy has done to me. Like it should have been a red flag, but I was not thinking, y'all. I promise I was not thinking. So we just sitting there talking, and I promise y'all, we sat there and talked for like a good hour. A good hour. So then everybody's starting to like, you know, Michelle's starting to feel a little bit better. So she ended up coming out the room and she was just like, I need some air. Like, let's go outside. And Ahmad and her baby daddy, they was outside with their friend. And so we all, me, Michelle, and Glitter, we all just go outside. And when we get outside, of course, I go straight to Ahmad. He's in the back seat. Michelle's baby daddy is in the passenger seat. And their other friend that doesn't need a name is in the driver's seat. And they're just like parked, like smoking and stuff. So I go up to Ahmad and I'm just like hugged up on Ahmad, like literally. And I had did like a little boomerang, but I don't know if I'm gonna put that. But yeah, I'm just like hugged up on him, recording videos and stuff. And like from the corner of my eye, I see the way Glitter is looking at me, but I'm not thinking nothing of it. Like I'm really not thinking nothing of it because she's standing outside of the passenger side, like talking to Michelle's baby daddy. So I'm not thinking nothing of it, y'all, but I could just kind of tell the vibe. So then Michelle was just like, oh, I gotta go get something from the car. She had her car parked on the side where Ahmad lives. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let's go walk. So we start walking, and I noticed Glitter just still standing at the door. So I'm like, Glitter, you gonna come with us? And she was just like, nah. And I didn't think nothing of it. I'm just thinking everybody got hangovers. Like, that's just what I'm thinking. So I'm like, okay. Turn back around. Ended up walking with Michelle. So me and Michelle, we just like walking and talking. And we get on the other side and Michelle was just like, I gotta tell you something. And I'm like, what? She was like, but I'm gonna wait till you get home. And I'm like, why? Mind you, I'm still not thinking nothing of it. I'm just thinking like, she don't want to be with her baby daddy no more. Or like, I'm thinking something like with her relationship. So I wasn't even tripping. Mind you, I'm that person like, no, you gotta tell me now. Like, tell me right now. But I don't know why. I was just like, okay, like, whatever. So Glitter ended up coming where we were at. And when she got over there, she was just like, yeah, I'm about to leave and whatnot. So then she ended up giving Michelle a hug. And then she ended up giving me a hug. And she was just like, girl, I'm going to text you so we can hang out. Like, you really, really cool. All that fake shit. So she ended up leaving. And when she ended up leaving, like, I could tell Michelle kind of like felt uneasy. But y'all, I'm really just thinking everybody is having a hangover. I'm not putting two and two together. So then Michelle was just like, yeah, we got to go pick up my baby. So she had to go pick up my goddaughter. So because her baby daddy parents end up taking her the night of the party. So she was like, yeah, we got to drive all the way out there to go get her. So we just about to leave right now. And she was just like, I'm going to call you and blah, blah, blah. So then she ended up leaving. I ended up going to go get Ahmad. And me and Ahmad ended up going upstairs. So we're in there, we're just like chilling, we're playing with the kids. We end up playing like a little board game. Well, me and the kids, we were playing like a little board game. And Ahmad was just like, oh, I got this like seafood boil that I'm about to make. You could probably take some to work because I had to go to work that same night. So we just like chilling and stuff. And y'all, I just remember this moment, and I can remember it because it's like a photograph moment in my memory. I just remember just like while I was sitting there playing the board game with the kids, I just remember looking up at Ahmad in the kitchen while he was cooking, and he's just like sitting there looking at us smiling, like he's like seeing me bonding with his kids, because y'all, I love kids. So, and I remember just like looking up at him like maybe I should just give him a chance. Like, this could possibly be my last relationship. Like, if I really take this man serious and like just give my all to this man, like this could be my last relationship. And I just remember just looking at him, just like smiling at him, like I don't know, it's like in that moment, y'all, I really had like a epiphany, like this is my person, like this is my soulmate, like this is the person that I need to try to work a relationship out with, because I done been through so many relationships of people who, you know, I always kind of went for like my type that was kind of like maybe a thug, gangbangers, what else, you know, dudes that wasn't gangbangers or thugs but still had that type of mentality that I'm like, okay, maybe if I go for something like a little bit more like single father, raising his kids, you know, different, like just different, like maybe this could be something good for me. And that's what I was thinking in that moment. Like I really was just like, it was just so many thoughts going through my head, but the main one was give this man a chance. Like he really likes you, you know, we talk every single day, we're on FaceTime every single day, like we have good relationship conversations, like this could be your person. And so like all of that was going through my head while I'm smiling at him, y'all. Like I'm literally just like smiling at him, playing a board game with the kids, and I just felt like this is my person. Like this is the person that God put us together so we can be together. Like that's what I was thinking. Ooh, that get me emotional. So hours in, you know, y'all, we just like chilling, me and him vibing, we're in the room, we're watching a movie, and we're just like talking. His energy was off a little bit, but I don't know, y'all. Like, he wasn't really, I don't want to say he wasn't saying much, but his energy was off just a little bit. But I'm just thinking, hangover, like, that's all that I'm thinking. So, you know, we're just, like, talking and stuff. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary besides he just kind of seemed a little off, but yeah, so it's getting time for me to go to work. So I'm getting ready to leave. I'm telling the kids bye. And his middle child, she was just crying. Like, she was boo-hoo crying. She was just like, JJ, I don't want you to go to work. Like, I want you to stay here. Like, y'all, she's literally just like crying. And I felt so bad. But I'm like, I gotta go to work, babe. I'm like, but I'll come back tomorrow. Don't worry. I'll come back. As soon as I get off work, I'll come straight here. So he ended up walking me to my car. I hug all the little kids and stuff. They, you know, go back to playing. And so he just like, oh my God, like, I can't believe she's just crying over you. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe she's crying. So he was just like, okay, call me when you get to work. Hug me, get in my car, I drive to work. I go to work, me and him talking on the phone. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Everything just seemed cool. It's Sunday night, going into a Monday morning. So he ended up getting off the phone with me, and yeah. I'm at work, hardly working. But yeah, so next day come, I get home, I'm chilling, I'm like ready to wind down and just like relax. So I ended up falling asleep, and then I woke up. And I saw a missed call from Michelle. I ended up FaceTiming her back. So we're on FaceTime, we're just like talking. And I remember this like it was yesterday. I'm sitting on my couch, my door is open, I'm letting the breeze come in, and I'm just like talking to her. And she was just like, remember when I told you I had to tell you something? And I'm like, yeah, like, what was it? I'm like, girl, I forgot. What was it? She was just like, I don't know how I'm going to tell you this. Like, I don't want you to stop being my friend. Like, I really love you. Like, I really don't want you to be mad at me because I didn't know. And like, y'all, she just started crying. And I'm that friend where you can't start crying because then I'm going to cry. So I'm just like, wait, like, just tell me. I'm like, I would never stop being your friend over something you had no control over. So I'm like, just what? And I'm not y'all, I promise y'all, I'm not thinking anything at all. I'm not thinking nothing. So she was just like, glitter and Ahmad smashed. And I'm like, glitter and Ahmad smashed? She's like, yes. They smashed. She was like, I didn't know. She told me she was going home, and I guess she didn't go home. She went to Ahmad's house and she spent the night, and they smashed. She came back the next morning with the same clothes on, and I didn't know what was going on. And she was just like going like just like just telling me everything. And I'm like, I'm sitting there like, wait, what? Like, y'all, it took so much it took a lot in me, because I'm like, wait, hold on. And I just kept thinking, like, hold on. I was sitting there having a full-blown conversation with this girl, like, face-to-face, just me and her. And I'm like, I'm at Ahmad's house thinking that this is the one for me. Y'all, I was literally so mad. I had her number. I really wanted to call her and ask her where she was at, because I wanted to fight her. Because it was the principal. It was the principal. Yeah, you don't know me. You don't owe me no loyalty. But it's the fact that you was in my face asking me questions, like, trying to get to know me, trying to know my business, like, just some evil shit. Like, y'all, that was evil. To me, that's like, that's low level evilness, like, to me. So I'm just like, wait, what? And I'm like, hold on, no, this is crazy. So, y'all, I was really just like, my feelings was so hurt. Like, I'm telling y'all, my feelings was so hurt. My feelings more so was hurt because of Ahmad. It's like, Ahmad, we were good friends. Like, we were working towards a relationship, yeah. But it's like, even though we weren't together, it still felt like we were together, you know, like, we didn't do anything sexually. We wasn't on that type of level. But it was the fact that I would come to your house, spend a night, I would drink, I would cook breakfast, I would chill with your kids, I would chill with you. Like, we were pushing towards a relationship. Like, why would you do that to me? So I'm just like, I'm shocked, y'all. But I'm telling Michelle, like, girl, I would never stop being your friend over something like that. Like, it ain't like you made them do anything. I'm like, that ain't your fault. Like, I would never stop being your friend behind what two people, you know, that did behind my back. Like, I would never, like, no, we're good. Like, girl, you ain't even got to trip off that. I'm like, but that's weird. She was like, and you don't have to worry about glitter. I cut her off, because if she would do that to you, then she would probably do it to me. She was like, I'm cool on her. I'm not dealing with her. Blah, blah, blah. So she ended up cutting her off. And I was so mad at Ahmad that I couldn't say nothing in that moment. I had to really, like, calm myself down, because I literally wanted to drive to his house and, like, just tap him with my car just a little bit. So I ended up texting him, and I was just like, you're weird, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm, like, calling him all kind of B words. Like, yo, I'm going in on him with this text message, like, cussing him out. He's like, what happened? Narcissist. Y'all, he was a narcissist. So he's playing dumb, like he don't know what happened. I'm like, you glitter. I'm like, you're weird. Y'all both was in my face. I'm like, y'all could have told me. I wouldn't even have came down there. Like, whatever, you could have been with her, whatever you got going on with her, like, y'all could do that. But why let me come down there looking stupid? Because, y'all, I just felt like I looked so stupid. Like, I looked dumb coming down there. Everybody knew. So everybody knew that they smashed except for me. So I'm sitting there trying to get the party hype. Like, y'all want some shots of Hennessy? Like, I'm really trying to get the party, and I'm wondering why everybody's being weird. Like, that, no, the hangover wasn't the reason they was being weird. They was being weird because everybody knew that me and Ahmad was, you know, we were something, but they also knew that he smashed glitter. So I'm just like, ain't this about a what? So then it's crazy because, y'all, that same day I ended up going to my other job, and that's when Toxic Man hit me up. And that's when me and Toxic Man had the worst day ever. So that same day, that's when all that happened. The worst day ever. And that's, if y'all haven't saw that story time, y'all go check that story time out. But that's when I went on the worst day ever with Toxic Man. And we ended up getting a room. So then when we got the room, I'm drinking. Because, y'all, I'm hurt. I'm getting faded. Like, I had to. This is the reason why when I'm hurting or going through something, I don't drink. Because my emotions be everywhere and I be lashing out. So Toxic Man ended up going outside, and he went on a balcony to go smoke a cigarette. Y'all, I FaceTime Ahmad, and I'm just like, and I'm faded. I'm like, you're a weird. I'm like, you're hella weird. I'm like, you glitter and shit. And I'm like, and you let me come down there looking stupid. I'm like, you a weird. You, I hate you. I'm like, I will never fuck with you ever. Like, if you thought that we were gonna be in a relationship, we're never being in a relationship. I'm like, you. I don't want to deal with you. Don't hit my phone no more, because, y'all, Ahmad would not leave me alone. He kept texting me after I had cussed him out earlier in the day. And he was just like, I'm sorry. And I hung up in his face mid him saying I'm sorry. And he texted me, and he was just like, I'm sorry. He was like, I knew you was going to feel some type of way about that. He was like, my apologies. Like, y'all, he literally, I'm telling y'all, I would be so mean to Ahmad after that. Like, I didn't want to talk to him, but he would not leave me alone. And although I should have blocked him, but I didn't. So, yeah, y'all, that is the story on how my best friend's friend smashed. I don't even know what y'all want to call it, because it's like, I didn't feel like I I did feel like I should be mad because it was something to be mad at. But then I'm like, me and him wasn't in a relationship. But then that should have been a red flag right there to not get in a relationship with this man. That was the red flag. And y'all, he convinced me. He ended up, it was just a lot. It was a lot, y'all. That's a whole nother story time. But he ended up convincing me to come back to his house, and we talked about so much stuff. And he was just basically telling me, like, even though me and you were talking, like, I still didn't feel like you wanted to be on that type of level with me. And I didn't feel like he was wrong, because although we were talking, I was still attached to toxic man, y'all. Like, all that had happened with his baby mama, all the drama, but I was still in love with him. So I couldn't like let go of that love for him and try to get into something else. So that was the main reason why we really did take it slow, because I was just waiting for a toxic man to get it together. Or I don't know, y'all. I can't tell y'all what I was waiting for, but I just wanted us to kind of like, I don't know. He was still feeding me lies. And I kind of felt Ahmad when he said that. I did, because it was true. I didn't really like Ahmad like that, but I did like talking to him. I did like having that person to talk to every single day. Like, I did like that. But honestly, to keep it 100, I probably would have never gotten a relationship with Ahmad. Like, never. And that's just me being honest. So it's like when we sat and had that conversation and talked about so much, I kind of just felt him like, you're right. Like, you're right. And yeah, y'all, that's pretty much where we gonna end that right there. But yeah, y'all, don't be trusting these hoes. For real. Do not be trusting these bitches. If they come off weird, just know they're gonna try to do some weird shit to you, okay? But yeah, y'all, that's why I don't mess with people, and that's why I don't have friends. If it's not my family, I pretty much don't have no friends, because bitches done did too much weird shit to me. But yeah, y'all, that is the ending of this story time. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. All right. Bye.